Let's see if this is happening. Is this happening?
Do we have the winners? Do we have?
We have this.
Do we have the pedal, or do I have?
We don't have the pedal, no, but we have.
Do we have one of them?
Yeah, expand drive. It'll be up there. Oh no, you have it. You have the expand drive.
Do it?
Yeah. Oh well, we don't have a pedal. Doesn't matter.
We can just.
Here we are. We're streaming. We're streaming. We're streaming. We're streaming. We're streaming. Unsupported resolution.
What? Stream health sad. This is going well.
What does that mean? I have to change the video resolution. You need to change the video. This is good. Hello, riveting viewing if anyone watches it.
Yeah.
We need to change the video resolution. The current resolution is that, which is not supported for. It's like almost there.
Is it almost good?
Almost good. Well, 1280 by 720. Let's see if I can change it without
Breaking the internet.
breaking stuff. Settings.
Yeah.
Video. I can't change it.
Can't change it.
Stream. Can't change it. General. Can't change it.
Damn.
So are we? Is anyone watching this then? Is anyone there, or can anyone see it? Let's see if anyone can see it.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, I can do it too. Is anyone there? Oh, there's someone. There's someone there. Someone is watching.
It's good 480p.
Is it?
Back to 2012.
Are we here? Well, I don't know what's happening. It says it's an unsupported resolution. I don't know what's going on. Do I look like someone who knows?
Kind of.
Oh, look, Fender is going live now too. Bloody Fender.
Copying us all the time.
And a Jazzmaster video too. Oh, Fender, I tell you. 3 people watching.
We can see you. Can you hear us okay?
Can you hear us? And is it really bad resolution?
Just doing the same thing as usual, but I've got an error message on.
Yeah, it says, oh, hang on. Now it's gone good.
Hey!
Have we gone good now? Is it good now?
I've got the green light from the stream health.
Stream health is good. We have a good stream now.
Oh, how much sugar did you put in?
1 spoon.
Okay. That's a big spoon. That's cool. Thanks.
Good audiophone resolution. Thank you very much. Excellent. So we'll maybe wait a few minutes until we draw the winner.
What's everyone up to? What are you guys doing?
Well, the stream health has gone orange again. I think it could be the internet here, because internet here is kind of a bit crap at times lately, but because it's a good conservative government, NBN. That's fantastic. I mean, there's a camera. I should be looking at the camera, not at myself here.
Don't look at yourself.
Don't look at myself. No, I don't want to see myself. Hang on, let's put this over the one with the delay.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
So, because there's one screen that has a big delay and the other one doesn't have a big delay. And actually, let's see with this. Can I make this bigger? Yeah. Because now we can see what people are writing a bit better. All right. Here we are. Okay, so we're going to draw the winner of the Mozztronics competition. And Alex has got that particular pedal at his place, and so we don't actually have that particular pedal here right now, but it's still good.
So it looks pretty much like this, but it has different writing and different internals.
Well, it looks a whole lot like. Hang on, where is it?
This is going well.
This is going really well. It looks a whole lot like. I got to find a picture again. God, we're very well organized people. That's all I'm saying. Organizational skills just are like through the roof.
That's what it sounds like acoustically.
Yes. That's if you don't have power.
This is unplugged.
Where's the stupid thing? Here. It looks a lot like that.
Which is the thumbnail to the video.
So this is what you can win. And we will draw it shortly. So we have this, it's kind of like Wheel of Fortune style. This. With all the names. There is, let's read out some names. Haven't won it yet, but let's read out some names. There's IEO, Nathan. There's Reese. There's The Pipes of Drome. There's Spop. There's some weird names, but it's cool. The real Paul Pennington, not the fake one, the real one.
Yeah, will you please stand up?
Thomas Ballard, like Icarus Ascending, Fanny Gallagher, okay, Effectron, Bear Gone Fishing. Ah, I see what he's done there. Bear Gone Fishing. Ah,
FISS.
yes. Mel Jones, Ben Wicks, Reese, more Reese, Robert, and I think Reese is here. Oh yes, Reese is here.
Hey.
Debating whether I should get the Helix Stomp or the. Oh, I made it bigger, but now it cuts off bits. Hang on, let's cut. Let's make it smaller.
Phrasing.
Oh. No, I pressed the wrong button. Are we still live? Are we still there?
Scroll up.
Are we still there? Are we still good? Yeah, we're still good, I think. I just tried to make it smaller and I pushed the wrong button. Why is it not? So you got to have it all small to fit. Hello, debating if I should get the Helix Stomp or Head Rush gig board. Just looking for something for home studio, not blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Helix Stomp. Well, we're actually going to do very shortly. We're going to do a video of the Helix Stomp because I have a Helix Stomp.
Yeah.
And I quite like it, but I do really quite like the gig board as well. And we most likely very soon, very shortly, will be getting one of the new Fractal FM3, is that what it is? FM3? I think it's an FM3. That new little fractal thing that's just about coming out now. I think we're going to get one of them soon as well. And we might just do a shootout between all of them. We actually thought about it. We're going to do a shootout between all the smallest model versions, like
modelers, I guess.
Modelers, yeah. The HX Stomp, the gig board, the new FM3. Then the same distributor who does Fractal in Australia also does Atomic. So we're going to talk to them as well about getting some of the Atomic gear. So we're going to get a bunch of that stuff and do shootouts between it. I think I mentioned that on one of the videos on the comments. If you want maybe more versatility, and especially if you play heavier music, the Helix is probably a better option because you have more amps to choose from and probably more high gain stuff.
Sure.
Gig board is maybe a little less high gain. But all up, I think it's almost much of a muchness nowadays, these things. I
kind of prefer the gig board.
Yeah.
Personally. One of the main reasons is the whole touchscreen and easeability of setting up sounds.
The touchscreen is killer.
Yeah.
The touchscreen is really, 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 really good.
It sounds great. Feels good. Yeah.
What more could you ask for? Yeah.
But if you can, try them out first.
Yeah, but so stay tuned. If you trust our opinions for whatever reason, we will do. So there will be now, and it'll be like in the next, let's say, 2 weeks.
High gain ease of use.
High gain, yeah. High gain's probably more I'd say the Helix. It's a bit better high gain than
Head Rush still ease of use though.
But then the Helix, the only thing is you've got to plug it into a computer, but then you use the Helix software, and it's really easy to do on the Helix software. And size-wise, I mean, the thing, one of the reasons, okay, here's the thing. If you want to use just a standalone thing, I think the gig board's a better option.
Yeah.
But if you want to use it, so for example, the way I use the HX Stomp is I have my pedal board and I use it on, like I have all my pedals I would usually have, and I use it instead of an amp. So to me, the HX Stomp is an amp.
Sure.
With some effects on it as well, but I use it mainly as an amp. So if you want to use it, if you still want to use your pedals, I think the HX Stomp is great because it's tiny. You can route things in interesting ways as well. So the way I've got it routed is I've got the stereo outs with the amp emulation, but you can actually split the signal. So so I've got the signal split before it hits the amp emulation, and then where it splits, it actually comes out of the effects loop send, and you can run that into an amp. So I can still technically, there's a couple of effects, like especially a lot of their like filter effects, which come from the FM4, not to be confused with the Fractal FM3, but you know the big orange, not orange, the purple filter modular. Modeler. I like some of the effects on that, and I use some of them, and So I can still use them if I run into an amp because it splits the signal and it comes out of a separate output.
We just said he wants to go standalone, no computer. So
in that case, I would either go for the Helix LT if you don't want to spend a lot more. I'd probably go for the Helix LT or for the gig board, or you could get something like this. Which we'll use in the video. Is it focusing? Focus. There we go. Which is quite easily integrated with the HX Stomp, and you can use it as extra buttons. The only thing you're limited with a bit with the HX Stomp is you only have 8 blocks. Yeah. So especially if you use amp emulation, amp and cabinet, there's 2 blocks gone.
It's still like the thing with modeling.
No, 6 blocks, not 8. You only have 6 blocks. So there's 2 blocks gone.
The thing with modeling is you can. It's so flexible. You can not just like turn stomp box effects on and off, but instead of having a whole rig and say a fuzz and a drive and a distortion and a boost, you just switch to another amp patch.
Yeah, you can have completely separate amp patches.
That's why you can get around with like less elements in the signal chain.
True. True. Okay. And this is where something like this comes in handy, because on the HX Stomp you only have the 3 buttons, and you can reassign them to do different things, and you don't have to, like, one of them is by default set to be a tap tempo, and if you hold it in, it's a tuner, but you can change it and make it so you have 3 different presets. Or you could also go between what do they call them, scenes? Are they called scenes on the HX Stomp? Sure. But where you have basically the same thing, but you can change. It's almost like having an A/B switcher, and you can go between 2 completely different paths. But anyway, we'll get no worries, Bobby. We're getting sidetracked. Yeah, we're here to draw the
something very analog.
Something very, very analog. Big thank you. I don't know if he's watching or if he's around or not, but big thank you to Andrew at Mozztronics for doing this.
This is very cool.
Because it's really him. I mean, we are just sort of the vehicle, I guess, to give it away. Yeah. But we're giving away the Mozztronics Expand Drive, which I think it's a really cool, which is not that one, but it looks kind of like that one.
It's the same color on the outside.
It's just, yeah. So it's sort of his take on a tube screamer, yet it's not a tube screamer, and you can change. It was actually quite interesting that we did a video with Andrew was in the video, and we had all his pedals. I think it's what is it called, like the Mozztronics Drive Shootout or something like that, or all Mozztronics Drives or something like that. And he talked about each pedal, and he was mentioning, because it's got that symmetrical and asymmetrical, whatever it's called. Symmetry.
What's the other one?
The other one is expand.
Yeah.
And it changes the way, like from symmetrical to asymmetrical clipping. So from a more tube screamer thing to a less tube screamer thing. And it sort of opens. It does some interesting stuff. So
bit more versatile.
So should we? We've got 12 people watching. Let's wait on that. If anyone has any questions, ask some questions. But we will do the draw very soon. All the names, we kind of went through that before. All the names are already here. Some people have 4 or 5 entries. Some people only have 1. So, some people are a little bit slacker than others, but, So, yeah, if you have any more questions or anything, let us know. We might do a Q&A soon again.
Yeah.
It's just time-wise, it's always hard to find a time to actually get together to do these things.
We'll set up a topic next time.
Oh, and I've got to conveniently show this.
Do you? What about mine?
Ooh.
Do you even have a Guild guitar?
No, I don't have a Guild guitar.
I do.
Oh, you do? Well, there you go. And it's black too, isn't it?
It is black.
So it works with that. Yeah. Works well with that. Come in, spinner.
Okay, we should do it.
Should we do it?
Yeah, it's been like 14 minutes.
14 minutes. Okay. Is everyone ready to do it? Everyone keen? If you actually, before we start, and if everyone's keen, why not give us a thumbs up?
Yeah.
And tell your friends, maybe, or something like that. So how about this? Oh, hang on. All right, and you're in here too, I think. I just don't seem to get fuzzes. They just sound like they lose a lot of the overall frequency range, and they lack body in a tone overall, even in high quality YouTube demos.
That's a pretty broad topic because there's so many different types of fuzz too.
Yeah, and I mean the expand drive isn't a fuzz, but which is what we're drawing here. But I mean fuzz, I personally never. I love fuzzes. If I'm just sitting here by myself and I play guitar and I play them and it goes, oh, that sounds so cool. Okay. And then you put it in your pedal board, play with a band, and you turn on the fuzz, and it's like, where did the guitar go? It's just gone. There are actually this.
Speaking of.
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not, George isn't at home.
And I just spilled my coffee.
I actually gig with the Supro fuzz. Had that on my board for a while.
Okay.
And that cuts through. But I think you need to find the fuzz that has quite a bit of mid-range content.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was getting at before I spilled my coffee and I got a message. This one, the classic fuzz, actually, to me, is one of the very rare fuzzes that cuts through in a band situation. But yeah, I'm the same. I'm not a... I like the added reputable reviewers, which we're not. Yeah. We're definitely not. But
we'll put links to reputable.
Go and look at some Pete Thorne videos. He's good. He's reputable. But I mean, I always had the same issue with fuzzes. It's just they are great in recording. You can make them sound great, and you can EQ them, sculpt them the way you want them to be. But live, especially things like Big Muff style fuzzes. Unless you do the Dinosaur Jr. wall of sound. But I mean, the thing is, he stacks it as well. And I think he runs it into pretty much a dirty amp anyway.
Sure, right.
200 word limit here, hence double message. Also, love you guys. And you're top of my list. Oh, thank you. Nice save.
Yeah. Sure.
No. Thank you very much for that. That's great.
I think the way you get around it live is either finding one with mid-range or adding a mid-range pedal,
stacking it because I think watch some of the Dinosaur Jr. Rig rundown type things, and he kind of does a little bit what I do because he has his signature. He has the Tim signature fuzz munchkin, but he has his signature. The box of rock, the double box of rock. Well, not signature, but I mean it's the dual box of rock. Yeah. And I think he uses a box of rock almost as an almost always on thing.
All right.
Which is, it's a Marshall's type thing, which gives you a bit of a mid hump.
Sure.
And I think then he stacks it with the Big Muff thing, and that's how he. And I mean with him as well, it's if your volume is at 187 decibel like he is with 6 stacks behind him.
Yeah.
You'll hear him. I mean, if you ever get a chance to see Dinosaur Jr. live, ridiculously loud.
Same with My Bloody Valentine. They're the same.
I was actually was saying talking to my wife. I mean, getting sidetracked here again. Do you recommend stacking overdrives before fuzz? I would probably go fuzz into an overdrive.
Try both. See what.
Or both.
Depends on what individual pedals you have, but.
Or what actually quite often works really well is using an EQ pedal with a fuzz. And I think someone mentioned that. Fuzz in a loop with an EQ. Yeah, so you have like a looper, single loop thing, and you put the fuzz in there and you have an EQ pedal in there, and then or something like the Haunting Mids by JHS or something, or even like a mid booster of any kind. Yeah. And it'll give you that mid hump, and then it'll make the fuzz stick out a bit more.
Yeah.
Going back to really loud bands, I was just talking to my wife about it because we were just in the car the other day, and there's an Australian band called the Super Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are they still around?
I think so, occasionally.
But what's her name? She still does a lot of stuff. Sarah McLeod?
I think that's her, yeah.
Anyway, this is back in the 90s. They were quite a good band, actually.
Yeah.
I quite liked the Super Jesus. We did my old band, we did a support gig with them here.
Oh, yeah. I think I opened for her in Brisbane.
Okay. This was here in Noosa at the Reef. We played at the Reef in Noosa.
The Reef.
And I have to say, and I've seen Dinosaur Jr. live. The only time in my life, ever, I had to walk outside. It was painfully loud.
Yeah, right.
And that was the Super Jesus.
Wow.
Like, painfully loud. And I think all of us, we were the opening act, and then we kind of stuck around to watch.
Yeah.
And all of us, the band, we just said, we can't do this. This is too loud. And we walked outside. Anyway, hang on. Justin uses a muff and a Tone Machine clone stacked with it with an SD1. Okay. Cool. Yeah, for the mid-hum. Yeah. So I think that does work a lot. Or if you, especially if you have things, if you use an amp like if you play like a Vox or something, which is quite mid-heavy anyway, to then run a big muff into it works a lot better. But a lot of people, me included,
not Fender.
Me included, I used to be a Fender guy, mostly Fender guy, and I got a big muff going, oh, this is going to sound great, and it's just all you hear is high end and top end. I mean, high end and low end. And I think you need something you need a lot of mids to use a fuzz like that. Or the other fuzz, actually, while we're getting sidetracked.
Speaking of distraction,
this thing is probably about as monstrous as any fuzz I've ever heard in my life, and it cuts like hell, which is the Mammoth Machine Holy Fuzz.
Holy Fuzz Batman.
Holy Fuzz Batman, exactly. That's like a serious fuzz. But again, it cuts. You have a lot of mids there, and it works really well.
And it'll sound epic at home in rehearsal or practice, but once you put it in a band situation, it just goes away.
Yeah. Okay, well, should we draw this now?
Let's do it.
Should we do it? Okay, so let's see who will win. So we've got the wheel of fortune. I think you just tap it to spin it. Drum roll.
Makes a noise too. What color? It's...
Oh, and we just talked about him before.
Bear.
The cleverly spelled, written Bear Gone Fishing.
Woo. Congratulations.
So congratulations, Bear Gone Fishing. We'll send you a message on Facebook, or if you're watching, send us a quick message and we'll sort it all out. And you won yourself a
pedal
expand drive, Mozztronics expand drive,
similar to this,
which looks a lot like
the one in the photo. There we go.
That one.
Yeah, but heaps more three-dimensional.
Yes.
Lots more three-dimensional.
Less phony. Get it?
Yeah, nice.
Hilarious. So congratulations, Bear Gone Fishing.
Big thanks to Andrew from Mozztronics.
Yes, hello Andrew if you're watching.
Made it happen.
We will be in touch with you, Bear Gone Fishing, shortly. Just for the name, that's just a cool name.
Yeah.
Big thank you to everyone for entering. Hang on, since you mentioned EQs. Oh yeah, hang on, quickly. Big thank you to everyone for entering. We'll do maybe a couple more. How much time do you have?
Oh, a minute or two. What time is it? Oh, a little bit.
Little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Quickly. Okay. Since you mentioned EQs, what are your opinions on using parametric EQs as boosts? Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I haven't really done it much, but now I can because I've got the Trashy Blonde.
Trashy Blonde, yes.
From Stone Deaf. We just checked that out recently.
Well, I used to, back in the olden days, I used to use a Boss GE7 EQ pedal as my boost. And actually, where is it? Oh, God knows where it is. And I used to have that on my board to the other one, which is actually for that same reason. Crap, where is it?
Here's a pile.
When you have so much crap everywhere,
here's a pile of pedals.
There's a few piles of pedals. This one. Yeah. So I had this, which is the Viagra Boost by Crazy Tube Circuits.
That'll get you up in the mix.
Hey, and it's blue too. I had this Viagra Boost on my board, and this was sort of my lead boost. And the thing on it is it has a parametric EQ on it. Cool. So you can. So what I did was I boosted mids a bit.
Yeah.
So I didn't boost as much volume, but I boosted a lot of mids to cut through the mix.
Sure.
And before that, I used to use as in years. This is years ago, like in the 90s. Before boost pedals really, there weren't really many boost pedals then. Maybe the microamp by MXR, but I don't think there was a whole lot else around. But I used mainly because I heard Tom Morello does it. He has a DoD EQ pedal. And he has everything up on full, and that's his lead for his lead stuff.
Yeah, right.
So he boosts his lead sound with that. And I used an G, I think they're called G7, the kind of
Graphic.
beigey kind of coloured graphic EQ,
Yeah, sure.
Boss graphic EQ. And I used that, but I never used to run it into distortions. I used to run it last as a volume boost, and then I used to boost the mids to get more, and actually cut some of the lows.
Yep.
So I think I used to keep the highs at unity, boost some of the mids, and cut some of the lows, and that just to give you to make lead stuff cut through.
Yeah,
but
cool.
running into pedals, I've never really done that, I've got to say. In saying that, I do like having used again Box of Rock as an always on pedal for ages. And I used to run my drives into it, and what I liked about that is that the drives that you run into it kind of sound like the Box of Rock, but more.
Yeah, whatever's last, it's got a flavour.
So it kind of, I guess you kind of mold the sound, and with tone and stuff going into it. But I never used a parametric EQ or anything like that in front of drives. But as boosts, I have, and I think they're great because, like I said, you can, and depending on different rooms as well. Sometimes rooms are quite boomy and stuff, and especially if you get a boost for lead stuff, a lot of times you don't want a lot of low frequencies. No. Because it'll just start booming. And a lot of times you don't want a lot of high frequencies either, because you just get a lot of feedback.
Yeah, because if you're doing a function room and it's all glass and polished floors.
which I've done a lot.
Anyway.
So that's yeah. Okay. Congrats, Beth. Thank you guys. Back to work now. Yeah, same for us. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for entering the competition. Let us let us know below. Do you want us to do more live streams? Not just this sort of stuff, but Q&A kind of live streams. If you do, let us know, and we'll try to do maybe once a month or once every couple of months or so. It's just always difficult with all the crap we do to get schedule stuff. Yes.
Nice.
All right. So thank you very much. Yes, please do more live streams. Okay, we'll try to do more. We'll see what we can do. I'd like to do more, but we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
On that note, thank you so much. Big thank you to Andrew at Mozztronics. Thanks everyone for entering. Congratulations, Bear. Maybe it's Bear Grylls.
Maybe it's his rock and roll alter.
Rock and roll alter ego.
Yeah.
Cool. On that note, see you guys. Bye.
See you.